Hey guys, welcome back to my sustainable blog where I share my life as a PhD student in China in a way that keeps you in the loop and doesn't make me tired. Here on the wall you can see four categories of my life, and we're going to go through what was done in each of these categories for this week, and then next week look forward for the next one. Cool. So first of all, we have my research, and under this we have started coding. And this is just because my research is in data science and information technology, and I've been, for those of you who know me, I've been doing a lot of activities outside of actual research, and so just starting coding was a big milestone. But yes, I have started. So let's just, we're just gonna throw this on the ground in the meantime. Cool. Next we have designed an experiment. So not only did we start, you know what? Do not comment on my handwriting, bro. You probably write better. I think everybody writes better than I do. Anyways, so not only did I start coding, but I was able to design an experiment that we could use for my paper going forward. So for this paper, so yeah, I'm really happy about this. I think this is a big milestone. So hopefully within a few weeks, I don't know yet, maybe a few weeks, I can start actually doing the experiment. But I don't know yet. Yeah, there's that. Bam, on the ground. Next one. What even is this? Oh, okay, I understand. Me out here deciphering my own handwriting. Got some preliminary results. That's what this is supposed to say. It really just says scribbles, but that's what it's supposed to say. Which means that not only did I start coding, but I got some actual baseline results that are pretty useful going forward. So yeah, that's nice. Good stuff. Good stuff, Josh. So that's it for research this week. Not much else. It's only 1 week, right? You don't expect any groundbreaking stuff. I think this is enough for 1 week. Moving on to extra activities. Now, why is this second? This is second because I actually happen to have so many extra activities that it usually is much more than these other two things. And this is probably the main reason I haven't made a lot of progress on research. The main reason. But don't worry. This semester is pretty much over. The rest of this year, I've decided to do something that will help me to be able to put more time into research. And as you just saw from the three things, it seems to be working. All right, so cool. So this one, extra activities. The first one is we went to an art museum and picnic. So this is actually pretty nice. Maybe I can show you some clips of this. So we went to see some art museum. It's a bunch of international and Chinese friends here. And in the art museum, there were some nice exhibits, like things themed based on like night and cloud and day and stuff. And I think the most fun part of this whole thing was when we all drew our flags. A lot of us drew our flags and stuck them on the wall. So that was pretty cool. And then we actually discovered there's a girl among the group who's like a legit artist, like takes months to draw some kind of paintings and stuff, paint some kind of things, and they're like amazing. Yeah, so then not only did we discover she was an artist, but in the next one you'll see something else that I discovered about her that was pretty cool. All right, you're throwing this one away. Boom. The next one is taught friends how to play dominoes. So this is what I was talking about. That girl, she's actually also pretty decent at dominoes, and they play dominoes in her country. Now, people from Barbados would know that we love some dominoes, right? I learned it with my dad, and when I was younger, you had to like earn the right to be on the table, you know. And then sometimes you'll be playing nonsense cards because you don't know how to calculate, right? You don't know how to, you know, what play actually makes sense. But yeah, when I finally earned, you know, my mantle, my right to sit at the table with the big men and play dominoes, I was loving it since then. And so I taught some of my friends here, both Chinese friends and international friends, how to play, and we were playing together quite a bit last week. Maybe like 3 or 4 times I played dominoes last week, and I think we're playing again tonight. Anyways, so this was nice. This is a nice experience. Bringing something from home here. Cool. Next we have got first prize in a competition. Oh yeah, so there was this bilingual competition thing that's going on. It's still going on, so there's like different rounds. The first round, I shouldn't have dropped that yet. It's okay. The first round was an online submission. The second round was supposed to be in person, and what you have to do for each of these things is that you have to give a speech for some predetermined amount of time, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and in both languages, both English and Chinese. So maybe I could show a clip from my speech or something. My first one, I can't show you a clip from the second part because I don't have a recording. They probably have a recording. But anyways, past the first round, past the second round, I'm supposed to get some prize for being getting the first prize for the second round. But I haven't got any notification for the prize yet. But it's not the end anyway, because what I'm aiming for is the finals. So there's 2 more rounds. There's a Fu Sai and a Jue Sai, which is the semifinals and finals. And the finals reward is huge. So yeah, no time to rejoice yet, but it's still cool to know and rejoice a tiny bit for that section. All right, so we're moving on. Wish me luck or pray for me for success in the next 2 rounds. Cool. All right, that's it for extra activities this week, and we're moving on to videos. Wow. All right, let's go here. What do we have? Made 4 short videos this week. Yeah, actually one of these videos was very high effort. It was one about Tsinghua University. I went from here, the Shenzhen campus, to the main campus to do some promotion. So I made a nice video about that, I think, nice-ish, on Instagram, and the school's actually going to share on WeChat, their own WeChat too. Should I be paid for this? They paid for the trip, so I guess that's fine. And they gave me the equipment to record the videos. Oh no. Anyways. Yeah, and I made some other low effort videos. Unbelievable that you guys liked the low effort videos and watched the low effort videos more than the high effort ones. I can't believe it. I don't mind that you're supporting me though. That's great. Maybe I'll make a lot more low effort ones. Low effort ones would be like showing you what food I ate today and talking about it, or just that recorded and edited so quickly. So yeah, maybe I'll do some more of those. Anyways, this one done. Next one. Recorded 2 China Essential videos. China Essential, I keep dropping these too early. It's fine. China Essentials is my other YouTube channel. So this channel the channel you're watching now is kind of just from my life in China, some blog type stuff, anything really that has to do with like my life. I could put a video about Japan on this channel, which I might do. So yeah, nothing super educational on this channel. This is just my life. But China Essentials is about how to live in China. So this one has, well, right now it just has a few podcasts, I think. Podcast videos about some of my friends, some of my student friends that I met here from different countries. So I'll keep doing that, some interviews with them. Those are nice. But the main point of this is that you can go on this channel and find out about the apps you need to use in China, which cities you should go to if you want to do certain things, if you want to see scenery, where you should go, if you want to see tech, where you should go, if you want to buy things, where you should go. And if you go to Beijing, what should you expect to do in Beijing? What activities, if you've done them, would make you qualified as, okay, you've been to Beijing, you've done these things, like the Great Wall, for example. And tips, because a lot of people think you need to learn Chinese to be in China, to live in China, but you don't. A lot of my friends actually don't know Chinese, a lot of my foreign friends, or they don't know it very, very well, which is because it's not necessary. What you need to really understand in China is the apps and then certain like processes, little tips and stuff. So my plan is to put all of those on China Essentials. So I recorded 2 videos for that this week, and I'll keep doing those, God willing, and hopefully by next year, when it's time for people to apply, or at the end of the year when it's time for people to apply for scholarships and these kind of things in China, there's a decent amount of information there that you guys could just go and check out. All right, cool. That's it for videos. And finally, language learning. Well, I only have one thing on this language learning thing, which means I've really been slacking on language learning this week. Ciao, boy. That's fine. All right, so this one is restarted my flashcard habit. So I used to have a habit where whenever I'm on what do you call it? 交通工具. Public transportation, any kind of transportation, like a train or a car or whatever, I would use flashcards instead of Instagram or these kind of things. And it was a little easier in Barbados because Barbados, most of the time I didn't have data. You didn't really need data, you're driving for what, 15, 20 minutes to where you're going, maybe 30, and when you get there, there's Wi-Fi. So you don't need to have data on the car ride. But in China, you need data. You need to have data like always. You need data to pay for things. You need data to be to take the train or the bus. Because you scan QR codes, you don't drop in coins. You need data literally for everything. So because of that, you always have data. You're always connected, and you can literally always use Instagram or TikTok or whatever you watch. 小红书 or 微信什么朋友圈 or whatever you want to watch, right? B 站, YouTube, etc. I'm not advertising though. Not advertising. Anyways, so since the internet is always there, there's so much more enjoyable options. Like flashcards aren't that enjoyable. They're just useful for, improving your 词汇量, your vocabulary list. But if I'm on a car and I could choose Instagram and I could choose flashcards, it's really, really hard to not choose Instagram, But recently, this is the point of this. Recently, I have decided, and I've actually started back using flashcards on the subway. So I'm proud about this. I think I'll keep this up. I would throw this away, but I keep this up because I want to keep this habit. So yeah, I'll put it back. Maybe next week. Yeah. Next week if I haven't fully decided how I'm going to do this yet. Maybe. No, I don't put it back up. But if I continued my flashcard habit, I'll put up a different one. Yeah, because I have a lot of these. To contribute to global warming. Anyways, that's it for my review, my sustainable vlog. Look forward to the next video next week. And please expect minimal editing for each of these videos. It's just going to be like this. Maybe sometime in the future, if I happen to, acquire some more time in my life, more time than a PhD single student could get, then I might start to put in some extra effort with the editing. But for now, just expect, I might put a little bit of music on the intro, subtitles, nothing else, guys. Anyways, I hope that you still stick around and you get to see more of my life. I'll still put clips if there's something here, that has relevant clips. I'll try to put a clip in there, but that's it. And, if you want to keep watching this journey, I welcome you to keep watching this journey. Sometimes I will speak Chinese. But I won't be teaching you Chinese. If you want to learn Chinese language tips, I'll probably also put those on China Essentials, and it wouldn't be full classes. It'll probably just be like if I'm giving tips about buying things, then I might maybe put something like how to ask the cost of something, or how to say you want to buy this specific thing in Chinese. But that's not my job. I'm not a Chinese language teacher. So if it's convenient to speak Chinese, I will. If it's not convenient, I'm not just going to force myself to speak Chinese for the whole vlog. Yeah, that's it. But again, one more thing is that some of these vlogs won't be like this. Some of them will be, if I'm going somewhere, going on a trip to a different city, then I'll do that. Obviously, hey guys, today I'm going to bala bala bala, and then I'm gonna go to that place, and that might have Chinese in it, just because on the trip I might speak Chinese to who I'm with. Yeah, so that's cool. You could look up for those kind of videos too. So maybe I'll make the thumbnails kind of different, so you could tell the difference between those fun going traveling kind of videos and these kind of review videos. Maybe you'll see. It's only more and more work the more I talk about it and think about it. Anyways, let's just see how it goes. See you guys.